P90X creator Tony Horton stops by to talk to Kevin about getting fit and why CrossFit isn't right for everyone. And from Eagle Heart, Brett Gelman shares some fun and very terrifying extermination tips. Then Matt Myra rates a tabletop Fender amp that lets you rock out with a retro design. Plus we cover a terrifying study about a new mutant flu virus in the feed. And we visit Clarkson University to find out how they're turning waste into power, because your old banana can power a car, just like they predicted in Back to the Future.
Crazy week.
I got back from Hawaii.
You did.
That's another place we could be right now.
Yeah.
What?
Could be in Hawaii.
Yeah.
We should bring the show to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's all go to Hawaii. We're all going to Hawaii.
No?
Did you just fail out of Hawaii, chant? Wait, okay, let's break it down. How many symbols, syllables? I don't know.
Hawaii. Okay.
Can we start the whole thing over? Right, here we go. In 3, 2. It was a fun week. We had a May Day celebration. You guys remember that? The old May Day? We had a pole and fancy dancers and
We did. I used to do
hot
that
chicks
dance.
with goblets.
I used to do that dance.
What dance? The mumming?
Well, no, not this thing. Whatever this thing.
That's jump rope.
Was that a real dance, by the way? Did y'all make that up? I think they made it up. No, we used to, I don't know if it was in school or ballet or something, but we used to like go over and under and over and under with our ribbons, and then it made like a braid or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. I just like the Nicolas Cage joke. I liked that we went that far. No, it's just that we went that far out of the way to make a Wicker Man reference. The fact that we took that much time out of people's lives to deliver a Nick Cage joke.
Those are some very real bees.
Very real.
Very realistic.
So wait, so how did the dance work again? One would go over, and then you, let's say we're doing the dance together. I'm going over.
I hate him.
And you go
I hate him.
When it comes to heaps of trash, nothing piles it up like a college campus. Clarkson University in upstate New York is no exception. But being a research hub for science and innovation, they found a way to put their trash to work for them by eating it. Well, sort of.
We've gotten wise and far more sustainable on our campus, and now instead of sending that food waste to a landfill, we send it to an anaerobic digester right on campus where it is biodegraded to make heat and power and a liquid effluent that's a really rich fertilizer.
By converting discarded food into fertilizer and heat, they're able to power their greenhouse and grow produce that goes back into the cafeterias, creating a nearly self-sustained closed-loop system. And it all starts with their recycling program.
Right now, we're sorting our food waste from the actual trash in our cafeterias.
Once collected, the waste is fed into a giant, stinky, anaerobic digester that's completely deprived of oxygen. Inside, the magic happens. Under a steamy temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit, bacteria go to town, breaking down the organic material into methane, carbon dioxide, and a fertilizer goo called liquid effluent.
So this is our warm, fresh effluent straight out of the digester. The nutrients in this effluent are stabilized, so they're better absorbed by plant material. And we can take this effluent and use that to spread on croplands as a fertilizer.
Leaving nothing of the waste to, well, waste, the heat generated by the gases in the digester is used to help warm and power the campus greenhouse, which, despite its appearance, is completely state-of-the-art. This is especially useful since it's generally freezing.
So in the month of January here, we're looking at about 7 hours of daylight and temperatures getting down as low as negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. The heating system in here comes from an energy cabin that uses solar thermal heating, as well as a wood pellet boiler. We're also coupled to an anaerobic digester, which gives us some heat and electricity.
Inside, the greenhouse is engineered to a cozy 68 degrees Fahrenheit for maximum growing conditions. And to help compensate for the lack of sun on their short winter days, red and blue LED lights are used to help nurture their plants. But it's the school's revolutionary aeroponics system that's responsible for their high-yield production, a system which utilizes the effluent produced from their recycle program.
So this is what it looks like inside the aeroponic unit. So these nozzles spray the root zone. They knock off any algal growth, any bacteria, so we get a clean root zone every time they spray. And by just spraying them, it gives them a chance to dry, which means that we can grow a lot of crops you can't in a hydroponic system, like root crops, for example, potatoes and carrots, and they won't split, they won't rot like they tend to in hydroponic systems.
And thanks to this clever use of science and engineering, the harvest is ready for reaping.
I picked about 1 kilograms of the leaves, just leaves, of lettuce in one aeroponic unit every once or twice a week, and then deliver them to the campus restaurant. Well, it's fresh and tastes good.
Well done, guys. Lunch is served.
And this is what it's all about, changing our food waste into food in a closed-loop cycle. We're educating students, we're making our campus more sustainable, and we continue our tradition of defying convention at Clarkson University.
Hi, this is Adam, animator and graphics guy on Attack of the Show. Coming up, Matt Myra rates a Fender Greta amp on Gadgetron. Will it get a 5 out of 5? Stick around.
Including a couple of unwanted guests putting on a show.
So I'm just sitting here working, and I hear something out my window, so I wanted to go check what it was, and it's 2 raccoons having sex.
Yeah.
I just love how they're standing there just like staring.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're
Raccoon
here.
style.
What of it?
I love it. I saw a window show just like that in Amsterdam one time.
You do know that city is home to the Van Gogh Museum, right?
The show that I saw was in a van, yes.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a commercial for a roller rink from Rhett and Link.
These guys have made careers for themselves by traveling around the country making low-budget local commercials designed to go viral.
Yes, this ad shows you how roller skating is better for you than smoking crack.
Hey, kid, would you like some drugs? The first one is free.
Want to check out my van? I got some candy.
Hey, kid, want to join our gang and spray paint under a bridge?
No, no! Bug off, man. I'm going roller skating.
I'm Brad Armstrong, owner of Roller Kingdom in Reno, Nevada, keeping your kids off the streets since 1999.
I say no to drugs. I say no to gangs.
I say no to unplanned pregnancy.
I say no to meth.
Man, this Roller Kingdom is really putting us out of business.
You said it, man. This deal sucks.
But you know what? Maybe we should give up this life of crime and start roller skating!
Hooray!
Is that real?
It's a real place, but the commercial's a joke. I guess there are worse things that kids could be doing with their time than roller skating, right?
Like rollerblading?
For the last time, it's called aggressive inline skating. Candace Bailey, and yes,
Great.
Aggressive inline skating is the gateway drug of extreme sports. Everybody knows that. First, you're acid grinding into a Frank Sinatra, and the next thing you know, you're roughnecking into a bacon in the pan. And
Oh, yeah. What?
I don't know what I just said. That's either a bunch of skating moves or it's a euphemism for having sex with a hobo. I don't know which one it is, but it's definitely one or the other.
Okay. It works.
Hey, here's something. Attack Weekend Edition, everybody! Here's something else for the kids. Unfortunately, it might make resisting crack a bit harder, actually.
Here are some cute kids wondering where they go when they die, wrapped up in an unfortunately very catchy song.
Dead goldfish go down the toilet bowl. Dead mice go out in the trash. My sick cat disappeared at the vet. And grandma came home in a pot full of ashes. Will I be a ghost in a haunted house? I'll scare kids when I say no. Will I put her when I kick the bucket? I don't know, do you? Oh, where will I go when they're gone? Where will I go when I die? If my body's turned to smoke and burn, will I make a tear in your eye? Oh, where will I go when I die?
Rough.
Kids say the darndest things.
Yeah, and they really sing the most up stuff. Rock superstar Matt Myra is here! Now listen, we don't review a lot of musical instruments on Gadgetron, but Matt Myra here fancies himself a guitar player. And might I add, he has every right to fancy himself as such. Quite accomplished.
Thank you.
But he's been playing with the Fender Greta amp for some time, and you heart this little thing.
I love this so much more than other Gretas. This is the tube amp from, it's a vintage tabletop radio style amp. Here's the deal with this thing.
Yeah.
It's from the Fender Pawn Shop line of amps. Now, you're asking yourself, what's the Fender Pawn Shop? Is
Matt,
that a real thing?
If I may real quick?
Yeah.
This Fender Pawn Shop thing, what is it? And
well,
is it a real thing?
Kevin, it is. And I will tell you what it is. It's they decided to make a line of amplifiers that should have existed in the 50s and 60s, but didn't.
Okay.
So they made these retro amps out of materials that are to the period for the most part, and they're all pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
it's not injection molded plastic and lead paint. It's nice material.
It's wood, it's metal, it's a good tactile feel, and it's beautiful too. Forget this thing just being a working amplifier. I would like to have this just sitting as a paperweight.
Right.
If it did nothing, it would just look cool on my desk. Front and back are wood panels. The top has that gold look, and the bright red from the 50s is very cool. On the front, you have your speaker, you have volume and tone knobs on there as well.
And with the old school vibe rocking, there's a VU meter, of course, which I love that. That's a nice little touch.
How cool is that? There's a little VU meter on here with an LED that lights up. That's like the fanciest thing on this is the LED.
And let you know how much VU's coming out of there.
VU, of
guitar.
course. That stands for volume unit. The LED
Sure
lights
does.
up, and it's a little analog needle that goes from clean to overload. Not very accurately because it's a VU meter,
Right.
but it does it. It sort of just does the average volume for you, and it's kind of cool to just see an analog needle moving.
Yeah, you'll hear the sound overmodulating before the needle is telling you that it does it, but it's nice to have it there.
Yeah.
It looks cool, functions as a guitar amp,
Yeah.
but does it function well as one? Like, how's the sound?
It's actually not bad. I have a guitar, just happen to have one.
Well, if you have it, you gotta shred it, man.
Hang on. So this is a
Freebird! Stay away!
What other things can I play that we can't afford? Oh, any song.
Yeah, exactly. Play Happy Birthday on that. Let's just go for broke.
Can we do that? No. I know.
Oh, that's a nice
I know,
sound, though.
everyone. I'm not going to swear today either. The amp is a specially designed 4-inch speaker. There are 2 knobs on here for volume and tone. You're only getting 2 knobs on this. It's not the loudest thing in the world, but you do get nice sounds out of it. There's clean tones. That's actually a little.
That's
tones up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's down here. That's warmer than. If I tweak this knob to the right, though, get a nice clean noise.
Yeah. Right?
May I help you?
Right?
Nice, buddy.
So that's what you get out of this thing, and you can play clean too, and get like little jazzy tones out of it. Oh, hang on, that wasn't.
Oh no, you got it.
There you go. But that's the thing that's cool about this.
You have earned the right to curse. Go for it. Drop your favorite word.
I'm not going to. I promised my executive producers that I wanted my job.
Yeah.
There's cool things about this too is it has a line out, so it'll also function as a preamp. So if you have like an external speaker system, you can just plug this guy in there.
And you mentioned it has an auxiliary port in the back, so you can just
does.
plug in an iPod or plug in.
Yeah, how cool is that? This thing will sit there and you can plug in your iPod and listen to your iPod while you're playing your guitar, so you can play along with your iPod right there. You got the back right there, so you got your line out, your auxiliary in, your guitar in, and the cool switch that makes things happen. The cool thing about this, though, is that it's a tube amp. So there's actual vacuum tubes in here. So
Right,
I took the top off.
There she is.
You're not supposed to do that at home. I just did that because I wanted to see it.
You're such a rock and roll rebel. Yeah, I voided my warranty.
But what's cool, the sound is really warm. That's you get like a nice warm
Don't
sound.
take that off.
Oh,
You gotta
sorry.
play some more.
I'm
We gotta
sorry.
hear some
You get a
more.
nice warm sound out of this thing. So if you're listening to like Velvet Underground or something like that, something cool, it comes out of a nice, warm sounding little tiny speaker on your desk.
Give us some warm sounds. Give us some warm sound.
Okay,
I'm going to tell
sure.
them that they can get the Fender Greta amp for $199 on Amazon. At that price, Matt Myra. What's the verdict?
5 out of 5. I don't do this often.
Huge.
But I gotta say, this amp produces great sound for its size. It's one of the coolest things I've had.
Is this amp made by Apple? How did it get a 5? Hold on.
Fanboy. No, the auxiliary port with the iPod integration is really cool. And just having this thing next to your like couch or something, just there for you as like a practice amp or something, and keeping it at $199, you can get this thing on Amazon.com. I think it's a no-brainer. So if you're in the market for something like this, Father's Day is coming. If you got a cool mom, maybe.
Sweet, there we go.
I got
Get
a
her
cool
now.
mom.
Sweet.
I think.
Shred for that, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
There you go. That's it for today's Gadget Prawn. Matt Myra, everybody.
Hey, it's Adam again. Still ahead, Brett Gelman and his beard stop by to talk about his show Eagleheart. And later, Reggie Watts joins us for a one-of-a-kind performance you won't want to miss.
Attack of the Show is brought to you by the Marvel animated series X-Men and Iron Man, each available now on DVD.
You know, sometimes police work can be a pretty strange thing. That wasn't a weird episode. Please welcome Brett Gelman, everybody. I'm glad you took off the dog hair. It's very kind
I
of you.
just did, yeah. I just did 5 months ago.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
No, wait. 5 hours ago.
Okay.
5 minutes ago? I'm bad with time.
You were wearing it minutes before this interview.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay.
I get real post method. You know? I don't do it before I perform. I do it afterwards.
You get into character after the scene.
Yeah.
That's
Like
is that a Meisner thing or is that pure Gelman?
It's Gellman Slavsky. Brett Gelman just lost 7 out of his 10 fans.
Oh no!
No, I'm kidding. I have more fans than that.
Oh, okay, good.
I have 11.
Do you have? Do you get real-time updates when people stop following you on Twitter?
Yeah,
do you have like an assistant that follows you around?
I have fan alerts. It's a sect of Google. Yeah, it tells me when I gain fans and lose fans.
Okay, so how are we doing today? Are we at total wash?
Not good. I lost 7. Good. Not good. Yeah, not good. Terrible.
As weird as Eagleheart gets, which you steal the show, which is exactly what I told.
Stop it.
Well, it's what I told Chris when he was here too.
Right.
But
all 3 of us steal the show.
It's nothing compared to your podcast. Your podcast is crazy, insane. Are you aware of this? Because you do it.
Yeah, no, I know I do. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. It is pretty insane. I mean, I'm driving, when I put it on for my girlfriend, she's only like listened to a half of an episode because I put it on for her one time in the car and she was like, babe, this is giving me anxiety. Oh, somehow I seem to have that effect on people. And she has a very, very dark sense of humor.
Well, I would imagine if she's your girlfriend, her tolerance is pretty high.
Yes, her tolerance is pretty high.
But I love what a singing review to have on iTunes.
Yeah.
Like, this gives me anxiety. Gelman's girlfriend.
I think a lot of people have said that.
Well,
I'm pretty polarizing in what I do.
That is shocking to me. Was that the intent with the podcast? Let me see if I can make audiences crap themselves or want to drive off a freeway?
I mean, I always want people to like it.
Sure.
You know, I always want people to like it as much as they possibly can. But no, I just have an idea for something and I do it. I mean, I do want to do something different. That I'm not interested in doing the same old thing that other podcasts are doing. You know, I mean, not to.
Call him out. Let's start a podcast feud.
Mark Maron, you're a phony. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, like Mark is like, I'm a huge fan of WTF, and but I'm not going to do that because it's already being done perfectly by him. So
rather than explore why people's souls are twisted and dark, you just want to wreck their psyche. You want to shatter them yourself.
Yeah.
So that they can go on Mark's podcast.
Be the dark, twisted soul. Yeah.
Broadcast that.
Yeah. Not that. I mean, you know, he does his own version of that in a way, but you're rooting for him.
Yes.
You know, I always root for him when I listen to it, and then me, I don't think you're always rooting for me because I can be pretty disgusting.
Well, you've got
awful.
a bone to pick, not with Mark Maron, but with some other comedians, because you believe now that they're kind of stealing your style.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a
I'm sorry, we're not supposed to
problem.
go there because it was on my card. I mean, we could not.
No, I told them not to, but as long as you're bringing it up, sure. No,
well, I feel bad that I brought it up.
No. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
Don't feel bad, but feel bad later because
post method.
Yeah, exactly. Don't feel good now. Or I mean bad now. Good now?
Oh
no.
I
See,
feel
obviously
terrible
I'm
now.
upset because
And
I can't
everybody
even
feels
speak.
terrible.
I've lost the ability to speak.
Then let's just dive into it.
I am sick of people stealing my cadence. This is a serious problem. Not my material because I don't have any.
But on stage.
But on stage or on my podcast, you know, you might notice like I'll say something. You are human garbage. You know, something like that.
That's the classic Gellman.
Always gets a laugh.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my excuse me. Steve Martin.
Right, but even yours was in there. I mean, it's inherently you.
Right, it's inherently me.
So
I've spent years developing it. Oh, I mean, everybody under the sun. Just name a comedian.
Louis C.K.?
Yes.
Left and right?
Left and right.
Mencia?
I mean, come on. He stole it before I did it.
Right? That's tragic. So now what do? Do you now go on a campaign and you call them out?
I've been showing up at shows. Yeah, I've been going to shows. I don't really perform at the clubs, but I go to the clubs a lot just to yell at the comedians. Yeah. Well, I don't call it heckling. I call it revealing the truth, which, again, is what my podcast is about. It's revealing the truth. But what is the truth? How do you feel about the truth? What is your truth? Somebody who listens to me will feel a completely different way than somebody else. And that is how you determine how mentally healthy you are.
So anybody listening to your podcast regularly, mentally unstable?
Maybe. I don't know them, and I don't want to know them. I hate my fans. I hate my fans. My 4 fans was 11, now 4.
We lost a handful. That's okay.
Yeah.
But you also lost a dear friend this recently. You killed a rat in a toilet, I was told.
Yeah, I did.
Well, Brett, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I did. No, I'll tell you the story. It wasn't too recently.
Okay. Bring us back to that
I used to live
moment.
in this house that I used to live in North Carolina.
Okay.
And I kept the house. I was going to school there, so I kept the house over the summer. It's very cheap. And I'm not spoiled rich Brett.
Guys, you make ends meet. You're a student. You're starving.
Yeah. So I come there and there's like this rat in the toilet. I come back from my hometown and find this rat floating in my toilet. Mm-hmm. And so I immediately scream like a child.
Sure.
And I put a brick on top of the toilet lid because I was scared this rat was going to get out. And I call the exterminator and he's like, "Hello, sir.
Hello,
what
sir.
seems to be the problem?" "Hello, sir.
Monsieur Exterminator."
"Yes, fancy exterminators here."
3-piece suit and a raid bomb.
Yeah, and I'm like, "There's a rat in my toilet. There's a rat." He's like, "Well, all of our exterminators have left for the day, but I can tell you how to kill it yourself." I'm like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that." So I start calling everybody I know just to see if they have like a net or a shovel where I can get this rat out of my toilet.
Okay.
And nobody was home, and so it's weird because I'm sure a lot of people like got to their homes and had messages from me.
Panicked voicemails. I need a shovel and some lime.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Yeah, and so I was like, I called the exterminator back. I'm like, okay, man, I gotta kill this myself. Do you know how they told me to do it and how I did it?
What's the secret of the pros?
You boil a big pot of water and pour it over the rat. Isn't that horrible? No, I mean, it really does feel like I talk about it now, and it's like I murdered something. It's awful. Yeah, it's a bummer. Bye. No.
Brett Gelman, everybody. No, that's the perfect. That's exactly how that should end. That's exactly how that needs to end.
I just lost the other 4 fans.
It's all right. You're done.
He's an animal killer.
You're done. Follow Brett Gelman.
I'm a borderline vegetarian now. So you know, borderline vegan.
I'm glad it changed you for the better.
I'm into animal rights.
You're not. They're not getting out of the hole by the end of the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But what is the Twitter account so people can follow you now that you're out of followers?
Oh, at Brelt. No, at Brett Gelman.
At Brett Gelman. That is.
Yeah.
Brett Gelman, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, you, Ben.
Thanks, buddy. Do you have smooth, feminine skin? Do you get a lack of respect at work based on your gender? When you should be chopping, do they make you do the mopping? Well, don't be fearful. Get a beard full. Hi, I'm the well-known bearded comedian Brett Gelman. I used to be just like you, not famous, a real nothing. But the day I grew a thick, lustrous beard, everything changed. And now, I'd like to spread my good fortune with this. Introducing Gellman's Spreadable Beard. It's 68 ounces of pure Gellman pubic esteem. Made with somewhat all-natural, eco-tolerant ingredients, Gellman's Spreadable Beard is quick and easy to use. Just remove the lid and spread it generously on with my patented custom spackling tool. It's like the opposite of shaving!
Oh, this is fun.
In my experience, having a huge, unruly beard is the fast track to success. And the crazy thing is, you'll still be the same person, inside and out. Literally, nothing will change except the hair on your face. But, inscrutably, people will suddenly treat you like you just won a Olympic gold medal. I mean, isn't that up? I just want to know what all you ass found so repugnant before I grew this thing. I mean, I just really want to know. Can somebody tell me, huh? Darwin, huh? Tell me, you ass. Gellman's Spreadable Beard will change your life forever. Fact, bearded people can ride motorcycles without having to take a test. Fact, beards will make you unkillable. Fact, bearded people are 98% more likely to harbor a great variety of non-native life forms. Gellman's Spreadable Beard, because you need it to live the life you want.
Thanks, Brett Gelman!
Yeah, you're welcome. So I suppose if I shave this rat's nest, my career's over. Is that what you're telling me, huh? You know what? I'm out of here. Me and my beard.
Gellman's Spreadable Beard is not for eating. For delivery, call 1555-FACIAL-ME. That's 1555-FACIAL-ME.
It's starting to heat up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what that means.
That's right. X-Play Summer Games Preview Week is right around the corner.
Get ready to stay inside with Morgan Webb and Blair Herter's favorite games of the season, starting May 14th at 6:30 p.m. only on G4.
That's right. Go to g4tv.com/xplay for more info.
Hey, it's Adam again. Coming up, Kevin sits down with fitness icon and all-around cool dude, Tony Horton.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah Underwood, and here's what went on this week. Facebook kicked off an initiative to try to tackle the problem of organ transplant shortages, and guess what? It worked. That was a late reaction. Inspired by a conversation conversation with his med student girlfriend, Mark Zuckerberg announced the plan to allow the almost 200 million Facebook users in the US and UK to share their donor status on their profile page. Thousands of people signed up for organ registries across the US, and only days after its launch, one registry noted a whopping 800% increase in donor signups. You know, I'm just glad Facebook is choosing to share donor information with those in need instead of, you know, sharing personal information with advertisers. Could the Contagion movie be a reality? Well, a hugely controversial study on a mutant bird flu virus says yes. The in-depth report details how the H5N1 virus could mutate into a highly contagious, highly deadly derivative that could lead to a disastrous global pandemic. For months, the study was locked in secrecy for fear that in the wrong hands, its findings could be used as a blueprint to engineer the virus. But just the other day, the report was released online, so now anyone with some scientific know-how can make their very own deadly virus. Yay! And finally, the largest full moon of the year, appropriately dubbed supermoon, will rise this weekend. But it might interfere with the peak of an annual meteor shower made up of the leftovers from Halley's Comet. The moon will achieve full super status Saturday night and will be so bright that astronomers say its radiance might wash out the majority of the meteor shower. However, some are still holding out hope that the brighter fireballs will remain visible. So don't freak out tomorrow when it looks like the moon is about to crash into Earth and fire is falling from the sky. Instead, just grab a six-pack and enjoy the show. I'm Sarah Underwood. You've just been fed. Now, we always learn something from a guest when they visit our show, but sometimes we work up a sweat too, just like we did with P90X enthusiast Tony Horton.
Hello, boys and girls. Well, we got the gals here. We're gonna do a little routine. We're gonna do a little routine that I do with the troops. I've been to Japan and Europe all around, and our military wants to be in shape because they have to pass a PT test. Oh, right. So you don't even need to know what that is.
No. I want to be in shape because I want good abs and a good booty. So
you're kind of already there, but I'm gonna make them even better, and you are as well.
Whatever. Jessica, you look amazing.
Awesome,
Thanks, Sarah.
Jessica.
You do too.
Awesome. So this routine is 4 moves. All right. So the first one's gonna be a push-up.
Okay.
All right. We'll just do a couple. All right.
So
then we're gonna do a little cardio move, and then a little ab move, and then a little leg move.
Got it.
Are you ready to rock?
Yeah!
All right, here we go. So,
Push-up position?
So push-up position.
Okay.
We're gonna do 5.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
So I'm gonna do a push-up, then we're gonna go to up dog. You know what up dog is?
Yeah, go
All right, so just follow me. Follow me. The folks at home will love it. Here we go. So we're down, and then you come up here. This is upward dog.
You want to do upward dog?
Oh, shaking already on the first move. That's not good. All right, you go to another push-up if you can, low as you can. And this is downward dog. Stick your booty in the air. Nice. And then back to push-up. And then upward dog. Jessica, you all right? Is that English? I got a program called P90X. You're digging it. You're going to dig it. Good. Now downward dog. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Stick it in the air. Then walk your feet to your hands. All right. Now we're going to do a little sprint run. You ready?
Yep.
When I say sprint, run in place.
Okay.
When I say freeze, bring one leg up.
Okay.
It's about balance. Balance is important.
Got
Speed
it.
and balance. Are you ready?
Speed and balance.
Sprint, girls, go! Freeze.
Frozen.
Nice.
Here.
Nice. Good. Go ahead. Sprint again. Sprint. Freeze.
But both my legs are down.
Sprint again. More sprinting. Hold it. Nice. There you go. So there's number 2. Let's hear it for the girls. Come on.
I have a moist stash already.
A moist stash.
Moist stash right here.
Nice.
Sticky.
That's hot. That's totally hot. All right. So let's do a little row your boat. All right. This one's about balance as well on your abs because I know you want the ab thing.
Yes.
All right. So start with your knees in.
Okay.
Hands out. Yeah. Knees in. Hands out.
Huh?
There you go. Like that.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, well, don't get too sexy with it. Here we go. All right. So here we go. Feet out. Hands in. Like that. And back in. Oh, look at you. You found your wheel. You found your wheelhouse. Nice. Nice. One more. And up. All right, good. So we got a little plyo lunge move. This is the brand new P90X. Are you ready?
I'm good.
You're misting nicely. All right, so get in a lunge. Arms down. All right. So watch out for your mats, they might slip. So when I throw my arms up, my body goes up, and then I switch my legs, switch the lunge. You ready? Up and then switch. I'm the one that fell. You both kicked butt. Nice. And then again, and again, and again, and again. Ladies, fantastic. Nice, nice. Ready for the next push-up?
Yeah.
We're not messing.
I'm not so good.
Aren't we done?
8, 7, 6,
Push up.
5, 4,
Raise that leg.
Oh,
Raise it up. Raise it. Oh.
Tony Horton, everybody.
Kevin, how are you, man?
Look at you. You just crushed me.
I'm sorry.
My dainty, hungover Renaissance fair arms, my lord of all days to have you here.
Oh, right.
Because I'm a huge fan of yours. You're inspiring, and that must be painful to hear that you're an inspiration to guys like me. Like,
no,
just a frail nerd skeleton is like, you have inspired me.
You look marvelous. I gotta tell you, you're fantastic. You're lean, you're beautiful. I
Get outta
mean,
here.
what you've done is great. And I also heard you had a P90X Christmas party, and you didn't invite me.
You were supposed to get an invite. I'm sure it got lost in the mail. But I did throw a P90Xmas in your honor, and everybody was required to show up. Though you were on that was the invite that I sent out. Was Tony Horton.
Oh, look at me.
And
nice.
Don't sue me, by the way. This already happened.
My
and that was
lawyers
me.
will be calling you very shortly. Actually,
I've got nothing to give, believe me. But there, even the dog was dressed up, and we were all very fitness themed. Because you've inspiring me to get in shape that's okay, great, and you did, and it really from changing my diet to actually trying to learn about working out. But you must hear this on a daily basis from people that have said you've literally changed their lives.
Well, actually, I was in Mammoth this weekend shooting the brand new P90X infomercial. Plug. Yes. and I put my ski boots on, and there's a line that starts forming at my bumper. You know, it's just really, Mr. Horton, I want to thank you so much. I can ski now because before I was a big guy and eating all this crap, and now I'm, ripping down the mountain.
Well, that's the half of it, right? Like, I mean, it's one thing to have a fitness routine, to run in place for a little while, to do whatever it is, but without the diet side of things, like your book, there's the ebook coming out now too. You have a giant section devoted to health and nutrition, and it starts off with you got to X out the alcohol, which I take an issue with, but I mean, that's...
Collective groan off stage. Yeah, whatever. But it really depends on how clean you want to be. I mean, one size does not fit all. You can't expect everybody to eat like me. I mean, I don't do the caffeine and the alcohol, and I'm cutting out sugar, which is really hard. Because I like a piece of, brownie and chocolate cake and key lime pie. Let's just think about that for a second. But now I'm eating more strawberries and blueberries and blackberries, and I'm miserable as hell, but I look good.
Right, that's what's important, right?
No,
that's
I mean, it's a two-piece equation. I mean, you cannot exercise, and use that as an excuse to eat garbage. You've got to fuel yourself properly. You've got to make sure that you find ways to make healthy meals taste good. So I tell folks, make 90% of your meals healthy and clean. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Those main calorie meals. Make sure you look down and you see ingredients you can pronounce. That's kale. That's a salmon. That's a potato. Good.
McRib is really easy to say, though.
Yes,
that's true. Just rolls off the tongue. I don't know where this is going, but no, because the food is such an integral part. You now have a home delivery service that's coming out nationwide.
We're going to be launching in about 3 to 5 weeks, and it's called TH Kitchen. And because a lot of folks struggle with the food thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go to restaurants and they get confused, or they go shopping and they think, oh my God, I don't know what to do here.
Right.
And a lot of folks aren't cooks. I'm not a cook. So if it comes to your house and it's fresh and it's organic and it's tasty, it's just a way to help people solve that part of the equation, which is the healthy food thing.
And finally, this guy, Sean T, this insanity guy. He told me through his powers of infomercials that he has the workout that is the most insane ever, and it's the craziest one committed to DVD. Is he lying to me, or is he? Because it sounds like he's calling you a liar, Tony.
I got a twitch going on over here. Sean T is part of the Beachbody family.
It's not what I want to hear. This doesn't sound. This doesn't sound
you want
aggressive
more
or
controversy?
antagonistic. Yes.
Ask me about CrossFit if you want controversy.
Let's fire.
See that? Here we go. I'm going to get so much crap for even just saying that.
Well, let's hear it. Let's fire a shot across the CrossFit bow.
You know what I will say about not only CrossFit and insanity is, if you love it and it's working and you're not getting injured in the process, then that's exactly what you should be doing.
Sounds like that asterisk, though, is an important one. Do you think CrossFit?
Yeah, injuries, everything. The idea
is
to be consistent. Variety, consistency, intensity. You need to combine those three things in the course of your routine, whether it be 60 days or 90 dais of the rest of your life. But the idea with P90X is you want to get through all 90 days. You don't want to get hurt on day 70 or day 15. And so, Sean T's program is super intense. It's hardcore. It's interval training, and you can't go in there cocky. Same thing with CrossFit,
yeah.
you know, you've really got to be careful because it becomes very competitive. Where P90X isn't really competitive. It's a routine that you do in your house. You put the disc in, you follow along, you keep up. Hit the pause button if you want to. Whereas CrossFit, you know, people are attacking each other and they're, you know, moving tires across highways. It's craziness, you know.
Yeah, today we flipped tractors. What? Yeah, 7 times back and forth in the parking garage. That was it?
But you know,
sounds like a workout.
Some folks, they love it and they're committed. And if you're getting through it and having fun and you're with like-minded people and you're not getting hurt, then it's a good thing too.
Well, that's a good message as well. Tony, it's such a pleasure to meet you, man. It really is
Kevin,
an inspiration. Thank you for coming and chatting.
Hey, it's Adam again. Coming up, Reggie Watts shows off his freestyle skills on the AOTS set.
On the next Attack of the Show.
Comedian Ralphie May drops by with his new comedy DVD, Too Big to Ignore. Then we rate Tim and Eric's billion-dollar movie and the horror flick Mother's Day in DVD-Day. Plus, Grim star Bitsy Tulloch is here live with the latest on the Big Bad Wolf. Also, we rate the lightning-fast speeds of the HTC One X smartphone on Gadgetron. And Tiffany Smith sharpens her steak when she sits down with director Tim Burton and the cast of Dark Shadows.
Coming up next week on AOTS.
Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie Watts!
Unless you're really good at using drugs. Yeah, use the drugs that you know are good. Use the drugs that you know are good. Use your source, know your source. Everything's okay, yeah.
Thanks to Tony Horton, Chris Gore,